President Trump signing an executive order targeting the fentanyl trade stemming from China, which has been blamed in the deaths of thousands of Americans. This order closes a customs loophole which allows Chinese imports worth less than $800 to enter the U.S. duty-free. The White House writing the following: President Trump is targeting deceptive shipping practices by Chinese-based shippers, many of whom hide illicit substances, including synthetic opioids, in low-value packages to exploit the de minimis exemption. 25 attorneys general called on Trump to close the loophole. One of them was Iowa Attorney General Brenna Bird, who joins me right now. President had a busy day signing things yesterday, it does appear, including closing this loophole. So, AG Bird, how much were the Chinese exploiting this loophole?
Well, we know that fentanyl was found in with some cheap Chinese goods. What we don't know is the amount that got into our country undetected. And I'm so glad that President Trump is closing this loophole and he is making sure that we're going to be safe in this country.
In 2024, there were over 50,000 reported deaths from synthetic opioids, including 132 in Iowa. To your point, AG Bird, we don't know how many of them came through this loophole, but it's 50,000 Americans that should be alive but for the actions, one of the Chinese, but two of unscrupulous dealers who are basically putting this fentanyl in the system, in the blood system of America, and killing Americans. What I'm confused about, there were 25 AGs, mostly overwhelmingly Republican. Shouldn't this have been a bipartisan, common sense ask of the White House?
It absolutely should be. But I have to say the other side has opposed President Trump at every single turn when he has tried to seal the border, go after the cartels, go after the drug traffickers. So I'm not surprised, but I'm glad that President Trump has taken strong action.
And so while AGs on the Republican side are busy doing this, focused on legal wins, if you will, Democrat attorneys general are fighting for clicks, turning to social media to push back against the Trump agenda. So they're going on Instagram, they're borrowing TikTok trends, they're doing long-form podcasts to highlight how basically they're using the courts not necessarily to win cases, but really to obstruct and resist Trump. It helped get Trump elected, this going on the podcast. We must admit that. Will it work for the Dems this time around?
Well, Trump knows how to communicate to the American people, and it was him and his message that won. No amount of media strategy can save the Democrats at this point. They don't have a plan, and the policies they have are a failure for America. So they can go on Instagram or TikTok or whatever they want, all they like, but they need to go back and work on some ideas for the American people and do what's right.
So when the people go to you with requests, with complaints, because AGs across the country basically are the voice of the citizens in that state. They're basically the lawyer for the citizens in that state. What are the people of Iowa telling you? Do they like what the Democrats are doing, or do they want the American people, do they want the people that are in charge of the American people, I should say, to go along with the Trump agenda?
Well, a lot of Democrats right now nationally in Washington, D.C., it seems like they are acting like they are protesters rather than any kind of elected leader. And that's what we're seeing right now. Iowans are very pleased with President Trump's agenda. He has followed through. He's a friend of the farmer, and he has made the border, sealed it off, and made our country safer. So I think we're very happy with what's going on, and I really appreciate his leadership.
AG Brenna Bird, thank you for your time getting up with us here on a Thursday morning. We appreciate it.